Mechanisms, Climate Change Policy Division, Global Environmental Bureau at the Ministry of the Environment, Japan, with a presentation entitled Recent Development of Joint Credit Mechanism. Mr. Masuda, over to you.
Thank you. Can you hear me clear and well?
Yes, we can hear you just fine.
Okay. Great. See you. こんにちは。こんにちは。Sawadee-ka. Hello, everyone. This is Shogo MASUDA from Ministry of the Environment of Japan. Thank you very much for all the effort for this webinar to be held, and hope everyone is fine and okay under this global pandemic period. Today, I would like to introduce joint crediting mechanism briefly, and I'd like to take your comments and questions afterwards. Next slide, please. This is a basic concept of the JCM. The market mechanism includes JCM was attributed under the Article 6 of the Paris Agreement, and it is expected to conclude the Paris Rulebook include Article 6 as a COP26 in this year. The market mechanism includes JCM is not only for GHG emission reduction, but also for the sustainable development of the partner countries, including Thailand. Under the JCM, Japan supports JCM partner countries by providing decarbonizing technologies together with operating joint committee to examine its GHG emission reduction to share the credit in future. The JCM itself is not only providing decarbonizing technologies for partner countries, but also for emission reduction, but also contribute Japan and partner countries NDC emission reduction target in line with the Article 6 of the Paris Agreement. MOEJ is currently strengthening the JCM framework, and this will be mentioned later. Next slide, please. This slide shows 17 JCM partner countries so far, including Thailand, and expecting more to join in the near future. Next slide, please. This is the latest JCM model project distribution map in worldwide. Our JCM partners are mainly located in India-Pacific region, where Japan also locates. Since 2013, there are approximately 200 plus projects to be made within this year. And the total accumulated GHG reduction by 2030 will be around 20 million tons of CO2. Next slide, please. For your better understanding of the JCM model projects, there are some of the concrete examples made under JCM. There has been provided a variety of decarbonizing technologies in line with partner countries' needs. The red-colored projects are Thai's JCM model projects, example namely energy-saving facilities, cogeneration facilities, solar PVs, which have been facilitated by Japanese and Thailand's partner private entities collaboration. Japan not only supports this collaboration by providing decarbonizing technologies, but also support measurement, reporting, and verification, MRV, of the GHG emission reduction in quantitative manner, together by forming joint committee with the partner countries. Next slide, please. The major decarbonizing technologies supported by JCM are renewable energy and energy efficiency. However, together with the expansion and development of the JCM, there have been emerging other areas such as waste management and transport and so on. Next slide, please. There are currently 45 JCM model projects in Thailand, together with 7 new projects newly selected in this fiscal year. Renewable energy projects account for the largest proportion, followed by energy efficiency improvement projects. Next slide, please. Regarding Japan's GHG reduction targets, Japan is currently reviewing its plan for global warming countermeasures, including the use of JCM. The plan is currently under the public consultation process and to be concluded by the cabinet decision by this October. The draft plan stated cumulative GHG emission reduction target by JCM to be about 100 million tons of CO2 by 2030. This is 2 times more than former target. To achieve this target, MOEJ is currently strengthening the JCM framework with more financial support. Next slide, please. MOEJ provides financial support for JCM model project, which could provide to international consortiums together with Japanese private entities up to half of the decarbonizing technology investment cost with certain limitation. The budget number mentioned in this slide is this fiscal year's one, and it is expected to be more in next fiscal year as the target of the JCM has been changing, as I mentioned earlier slide. This financial support scheme, together with some concrete cases, will be introduced further by Japan's Global Environmental Center Foundation, GEC, JEC, in today's webinar. Next slide, please. MOEJ also provides JCM Eco-Lease scheme, which supports for leasing decarbonizing technologies facilities. The eligibility of the scheme for already methodology approved decarbonized technologies such as photovoltaic and energy efficiency equipment with shorter period of MRB and simplified process of application, which means less burden for the international consortium of Japan and Thailand private entities. Next slide, please. MOEJ also provides JCM F-gas recovery and destruction model project scheme, which supports for recovery and destruction of fluorocarbon gases, F-gas, which is one of the greenhouse gases. Next slide, please. Financial support scheme for JCM is not only formed by Japan's government, but also led by Asian Development Bank. Trust fund contributed from Japan government for JCM has been set in ADB, and the fund has been providing financial support for the ADB's financial projects. Next slide, please. So this is a very brief introduction of the JCM. Thank you very much for your time and looking forward to hearing your comments and questions from all of you. ありがとうございました。